Tell us about the sort of the journey of the film to the screen. How you, because you've got a story credit on this, and obviously the script came from that. So how did the film come to be?
I suppose really I wanted to make another We Still Kill the Old Way movie, but because, as everyone knows, Chris Ellison has been very unwell, it wasn't possible to do that. So I thought rather than making something like that, let's make something more international. So rather than British gangsters have these kind of, veteran soldiers seeking some kind of redemptive justice, and make it more international. So I got a great American director, he brought some great American cast, and here we are with a movie that's, it ticks all the boxes for these kind of British crime movies, but it's slightly elevated, and we've tried to make it a little bit more than just another, you fucking slag movie, because I think there's enough of those.
So talk about the cast. So it's quite a big cast. Lee Bages obviously headlines the film. How did he get involved, and how did the rest of the guys fall in line? Obviously, you've worked with some of them before.
Yeah, it was an interesting mix of kind of old friends and new ones. Lee I'd known socially for a while, always wanted to work with him. Chanced my arm and tried it out. The only reason he was reluctant was because knowing he got killed off, he couldn't be in a sequel. And he was great, it was a joy. Lee was the biggest TV star in the world, so it was a real privilege to have him. Nick Moran, Billy Murray, Ian Ogilvy, all really close friends of mine from working in multiple films over the years. I was really proud of what Billy did in it. I wanted to do something really different with him because he always looked sort of polished and sort of charming. So we roughed his hair up and gave him a beard and an eye patch, and I think we got real kind of escape from New York vibes, which was great. And he was magnificent in it. They're all great. The thing is, what a cast! It's the best cast I've ever worked with, and by far, and every other person in it is a real legend. It's like, oh, there's Stephanie Beacham, oh, there's Michael Brandon. One of the reviews said it's one of those movies you watch going, oh, it's him, oh, it's her. And I was particularly proud of my wife. I thought she did an amazing job as the copper, which can be a thankless role in these movies, essentially being the exposition copper, like in Austin Powers, Basil Exposition. But she carried it and did a really, really great job of that and really made an impression. And it was important to make the film not too kind of guy heavy, and I think her, Patsy and Stephanie Beacham all brought something to it, class as well.
And Louis Mandylor plays the lead villain in the film as Gorham. He's one of the best things about it, in my opinion. Have you been a fan of his for a while?
Yeah, I think Lewis is fantastic. What a great underrated actor. He steals every movie he's in, including this one, and a really, really, really great guy as well. And I think, I'm kind of aware of some of the stuff he's got going on at the minute, and he's just going like that, and deservedly so. He really was a fantastic chap.
I talk about shooting the film. Obviously, in my opinion, it looks 10 times the budget that it is. I'm guessing it's a lower budget film, but the locations as well as the cast are magnificent. So you got to shoot in various different places all over London and obviously in Los Angeles. Yeah. Talk about that process of getting those.
Yeah, it was great to really make London a character in it, and we shot in all different parts of London. Some of it was in Mayfair, some of it was in Islington. We really were all over the place, Docklands, and we really tried to get the best out of it and not just have it. A lot of these British kind of crime movies are just set in sort of nightclubs and car parks, and we did try and make it break out of that. I love the Los Angeles stuff. It's a funny thing. People have said, Ogilvy and Trejo were never together in the scene. They actually were. I don't know why. Ian happens to live in Los Angeles. We flew him over for the movie. So he and Danny Trejo did their scene together, which I love. Two epic legends together. And I love the stuff with Michael Paré. In a lot of ways, Michael Paré is one of the actors I was most excited about being in this movie because his career is just phenomenal, and Streets of Fire, the Philadelphia Experiment are real big favourites of mine, and I really want to do something else with him soon.
In terms of something else as well, this sets up very well for a sequel. I hear that's a potential thing that can happen down the line. Is that something you want to pursue?
Yeah, it leaves it open for a sequel. If it does well, absolutely. These movies aren't easy. DVD has collapsed in this country, which we know, so it's a case of encouraging people to watch it digitally, legally. Tell your friends. If anyone offers you a slide download, then kick them hard. That would be much appreciated. But yeah, if people spread the word, then I'd love to do another one.
So what will you take away from the experience of filming this and obviously bringing it to the screen? It's been a long time since the film was shot. What do you take away now that the film is about to come out?
I think people say it's taken a long time. It has, but I think this is how long films used to take. We're used to these very, very brief, disposable movies turning around in 3 months now, which I think is maybe a pandemic effect thing. I think what I would say is this is a proper film. It's had a proper release window. Our UK distribution partner have done an absolutely fantastic job with it. I really, really like working with 101 Films. I think they're kind of the leading indie distributor now in this country. And I think that, it feels, all I can say is it's a proper movie. It's not, one of these these kind of quickly done jobs. It was made with care. It's got a small budget but a big heart. And if you love 80s and 90s action movies, the Cannon movies, the Carolco movies, I think you'll really, really enjoy it.